Skinny fat.
God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
The worst predicament ever, and one that I struggled myself to escape for years. If you're in that position, I got you. Unlike 99% of fitness influencers,
He's natural.
Yeah.
not a genetic phenom, and that could be easily seen by my starting point. I would show up to the gym all day, read all the science-based articles, doing everything I could, training high volume 6 days a week, while cramming as much food as physically possible down my stomach. Although I didn't get everything right, I eventually achieved my goal of becoming more muscular and leaner and building the physique that I always wanted. Here's the advice that I would give to my younger self in the 3 steps to transforming your body. First, you need to honestly assess your body fat percentage. Many people either overestimate or underestimate their body fat percentage. Fundamentally, skinny fat stems from a lack of muscle mass. However, if you are above 25% body fat, I would not recommend bulking, since being at that body fat and going higher is not very healthy for you. If you are below 25%, I would recommend a consistent calorie surplus of around 300 to 400 calories in order to help you put on size. If you are above 25% body fat, I would recommend a 4 to 6 week aggressive mini cut to help shed off the unwanted fat. This way, you'll be able to start bulking and putting on mass as soon as that cutting phase is over. I will very soon be releasing a short video on how to aggressively mini cut and maintain all of your muscle and strength. If you are skinny fat, it also means you might not be very advanced into your training, meaning you will still be able to gain strength and muscle on a cut, although it will be very slow and nowhere near as much as a bulk. Secondly, let's get into training. The most important variable for gaining muscle mass is progression. If your technique is the exact same, but you are adding reps and weight, that means your muscle is growing. Even if you are training for hypertrophy, you fundamentally must get bigger to get stronger. This goes for any muscle group. Now let's talk about training volume and intensity. Ideally, I would recommend for most people 2 to 5 days a week in the gym, depending on how much time you can dedicate. If you are a busy person and student like myself, I typically only train 3 to 4 days a week, and especially if you are older with many responsibilities like children, a family, and work, 2 days a week is still perfectly viable. You do not need to be in the gym 6 to 7 days a week to make good progress, and training that much might actually be counterproductive since it could very easily lead to overtraining and not recovering properly, especially when you are very strong. I would recommend 1 to 10 sets per muscle group per week in the 5 to 8 rep range. Start off on the lower ranges of volume, taking every set to muscular failure. If you are progressing, keep that volume the same, and if you stop progressing, pay attention to how your body feels and your pump. If, for example, you were doing 3 sets of seated shoulder press and your pump was the greatest at 3 sets, but after progressing on it for a while, the second set had the greatest pump, and on the third set, you didn't feel much of a mind-muscle connection, that would warrant a volume reduction. Likewise, if you were doing 3 sets, but you stopped progressing after a while, and you added a 4th set, and your pump was even greater, then increase your training volume by 1 set, especially if that extra set allows you to progress more. If you are actually training to failure, you will never ever need more than 10 sets for a muscle in a given week. Never. Almost never. Remember, a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. Focus on progression in the gym, and you will build the body you want. Now finally, the third and final step to ridding yourself of the skinny fat physique is recovery. You need to make sure you are getting adequate rest and staying hydrated, as well as consuming enough protein. This is a very basic step, yet so many people skimp out on sleep and stay up late doing BS
bullshit
like video games, TV shows, and getting wasted at nightclubs. Although you can do these things every once in a while, they should absolutely not be a routine thing in your life if you want to make consistent progress in the gym. Your body needs to sleep to recover. It needs to de-stress if you want to make the most progress. So make the right decision and enjoy the gains. If you follow this advice, you will fix your skinny fat body. I will also be releasing a full mini cut guide very soon. Let me know if this advice helped and subscribe for more.